In this video, we will be doing vent proportional programming. Now for vent proportional programming, this equipment type requires 2 consecutive output channels, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, etc. And the first channel, the odd number, must be wired to open, and the second channel, the even numbered, must be wired to close. But before you begin your vent programming, it's important that you time your vents from fully open to fully closed, or vice versa, with a stopwatch or a clock. And what you would do is flip the channel number 1 or 3, whatever's the open channel, and you want to go ahead and time your vents. Once you have done timing your vents, you will need to go into the programming for vents. So hit from the main menu, enter menu, go into program equipment, and as you can see, channel 3 has no equipment assigned to it. But hit enter menu and you will hit next to the none, plus to expand the none. And once you got the none expanded, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and choose this output to be a vent equipment type. And once you got vent equipment type, hit back. And as you can see, the programming parameters for vent has been populated in the screen. Now, the vent opening is defined in percentages. So 0 indicates the vent is fully closed, and 99% indicates that the vent is fully open. What we want to do is go ahead and hit back a couple of times, and what we've done is we went ahead and put some parameters in the vent programming for you so you'll get an understanding. So as you can see, you have C1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and each cooling stage has a certain value which symbolizes the percentage open that the vent will be in that cooling stage. So if we go to C1, it'll be 20%, 2, 40%, C3, 60%, and so forth until the vents are fully open in the latter cooling stages. Now the next option you'll have is the vent open time. You will put the open time in minutes and seconds values. And our vent time that we timed earlier was 1 minute and 35 seconds. Now moving on to the next screen. On the second screen, this is wind overrides. Wind overrides are important for safe and effective vent operation. Of course, with wind overrides, a weather station or a link for anemometer must be already installed before this feature can be used. First, you have the DIR, which is the direction that the vent faces when open. You have 8 choices. You have north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, and west, and northwest. If you continue on and go to next, you will need to set a min and max vent opening for the case with the wind blowing into the vent windward, and similarly for the case when the wind is blowing across or over the vent leeward. The program calculates an average wind speed. This is a running average over approximately 5 seconds. Once the average wind speed exceeds the min value, the vent begins to close. As the wind speed increases and approaches the max value, the vent will go to the fully closed position. So in this example, when the wind speed gets to 15 miles per hour, the vent will begin to close for the windward, and then once it gets 30 miles per hour, the vent will fully close immediately. Going to the next screen, this screen is the wind overhold and if rain max open. Now the wind overhold parameter is the length of time in minutes that the vent will remain in its override position once the wind speed is below the minimum threshold. This is to keep the short wind gusts from causing the vents from constantly opening and closing. The rain max open percent is the maximum vent position once rain is detected. Note, wind override has a higher priority than the rain override. So suppose the vent is open at perhaps 50% and it begins to rain. From the entry on the above screen, the vent will close down to 5%, recognizing the rain. But now assume during the rain that the wind picks up and exceeds 30 miles per hour with the wind blowing into the vent. The vent will then go to a full close. And we're going to go ahead and go next. And right here, the fourth screen is for ensuring that the vent does not open beyond a preset percentage if the outside temperature is below a user-defined threshold. So in this example, the vent max open is the max that the vent will go open if the outside temp is less than the number of degrees that you enter. In any case, wind and rain overrides will have precedence. So in this case, the vent max open is 0% if the outside temperature is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, in the fifth screen, the vent can be programmed to go into a minimum opening if the outdoor temperature exceeds a plus or minus value relative to the cool temperature set point. So the VIN min open is the minimum position for the vent when the outside temp exceeds the cool set point, plus an offset temperature, which in this case is minus 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this feature helps improve efficiency by using outside air to cool the greenhouse rather than fans or pads. So for example, if we were to go to the home screen, and as you see, our outside temp set point is 78 degrees. Going back to this particular programming, suppose you have an open roof vent and you want it to go to its maximum position when the outside temperature is 3 degrees below the cool set point, which during the day is 78 degrees. You will then enter 99 for the min open value and -3 for the offset value. Once the outside temp exceeds 75, which is a 3-degree offset, the roof vent will then open to 99%. And if you're to go ahead and hit previous or just back, this will bring you back to the home screen. And that's our vent programming video.